People don't knit as much as they used to. You can avoid a lot of things by knitting. My foster mother used to say that when things get too hard, take a little time, knit something. It gives you time to think, and you might even make something nice. And if you make something that's garbage, give it to someone you don't like. I'm not really knitting to think, though. I'm knitting because of that. That. It's taken 20 years to get here. Oh, I wish it hadn't come at all. Everything was fine. I haven't had to remember. I've been too busy with my girls. I've had grandchildren to mind. What's done is done. You know, I've been machine gunned in the leg. See? Took off my varicose vein. I've had shrapnel in my arm. See? I've been interrogated by the Gestapo. I've had a gun in my face. And this scares me. Do you like my room? I know it's small. Believe me, I've had smaller. My Frida set this up for me. She and Leo live in the front. You know, just down that way is the Greek club. And that way is the beach, just down there, Bondi Beach. Not that I go there. Too much sun and sand getting in everything. Funny. I loved the beach as a girl. In those days, we wore stockings and shoes on the sand. We were seeing, the girls and me, in Alexandria. That's the Alexandria in Egypt, not the one down the road where the rich Greeks and their rich wives live, so they can be near the university, so the rich kids can study medicine. I mean the real Alexandria. We made such a scene on the beach, the girls and I. We'd take over flirting with the good Muslim boys. Never more than flirting. They were good Muslim boys. Leo built this room for me when I came back from Greece. That would have been, I suppose, 8 years ago. March 1952. 1952. I was away for 16 years. I never thought about that before. 16 years. You go from being a young woman to a grandmother. And your daughters, they go from being little girls to being mothers themselves.
Mom, dinner's nearly ready.
I'm coming, dear. I told her she always looks after me. She's always asking me questions, though, and always at the wrong time. Is it true you blew a man's head off with a shotgun? Did you really stab a German and he bled to death all over you? Why do you think she asked me? At the dinner table. We're eating our meatballs. So, what do? I tell them. Then everyone turns green. Little George even vomited into his soup once. And Daxi, maybe I go into too much detail. They asked. But there is one question that I can't answer, won't answer. The one they really don't want to know the answer to. Why did you leave us? Why did you go to Greece when we needed you the most? Everyone asks. Even if they don't ask, they ask with their eyes. They even ask in the way they turn their eyes away.
Mom!
I know, dinner's ready. I'm coming.
No, There's a spider on the wall.
Oh, really lucky. Are you still scared of spiders? They are so much smaller than you. They are more scared than you are. I too was scared as a child. Maybe it was because I was ripped from the breast too early. Maybe. I was shy as well. I was so shy that my foster mother, Mother Hajidaki, nearly fell down the stairs when I told her I wanted to be a theaterina, an actress. You see, the streets were very, how you say, like a ladder. The married men were at the top. Then came the old men. Then the mothers, then the boys. We girls were somewhere down there with the chickens. Unless, of course, you were a widow. If you were an ugly widow, you were at the very bottom. If you were beautiful, you had all these men fawning and crying over you, desperately in love with your breasts. I was nowhere. My mother had no money, no family name, and I had no bosom. Then, that is. I thought that if I could get on stage, maybe I could jump a few places. Mother Hajidaki arranged it somehow. She was very proud that first time I stepped up. The king, the king is coming. Coming? Cooking.
No,
the king
coming.
is cooking.
No,
coming. The king is coming. Ah, coming, not cooking. The king would have other people doing his cooking for him. I'm sorry. Oh.
The Queen is here!
Who damns their queen? Who dares to bring damnation onto this body? Who dares to say, to be such an article? For I am you, and I will do the damning, if there is any to be done. So, damn me not, for damnation shall be your own. It's one of the only times in life when a group of people will pay money to be abused and go away feeling better about life. Theater.
The spider, Mummy.
Ask your father.
He told me to get you to do it.
Michael, scared of spiders. And him, who lived in San Francisco with the rats and the roaches. When he first came to Alexandria to ask for me, first thing he said to me, "Hello, I run a seafood restaurant in Australia. Will you marry me?" I had to respect that. He bought up the restaurant like it was a dowry. He promised me a life in a new land. If only he wasn't so old. 31. Even then, there's things like hair in the ears, man's breath, 3 chins. But what a charm. He made me feel. When we got to Sydney, his seafood restaurant, it was a fish and chip shop. But I was 17 and he was kind. He was always kind. But I was the one who had to chase the spiders away.
So, Mummy, if 12 times 5 is the same as 6 by 10, then I don't need to learn the 12 times table. I can just learn the 6 times table and double it.
That's cheating, Frida. I had to learn the 12 times tables. You're always trying to take shortcuts.
Okay, Smarty Pants. What's 12 by 7 then?
73.
That's a lucky guess.
Is it any wonder the shop never made any money? The customers walked away with more than they came in with. Michael didn't do any books for 11 years. When the tax people came by, it was 1929, I think. He managed to get them on side by giving them free food and blaming the Depression. He was still blaming the Depression in 1936. I don't know, but it always worked. The taxmen always apologized, bothering him, and left, eating our saveloys. Frida bought a ledger after that and started listing things, but her arithmetic was so bad, and she made us look like millionaires. We had to burn the ledger before anybody saw it.